Good morning, 8th grade math. Welcome to Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020. Before we get started today, I want to talk about some definitions, some labels that you're going to be hearing, and some formulas you're going to be hearing. We're doing lesson 4.2, determining slope and y-intercept. We're going to leave this part alone for a while. So I'm going to upload this as another module after I've gone through this. And I want you to copy all of this down, this and this page. So let's get started. We're going to talk about linear functions. We have an equation. And the equation reads like this: y equals mx plus b. Okay. So m, mathematically, that stands for the slope. B, that stands for the y-intercept. Now we're going to be given some ordered pairs, and we'll go over that here in a few minutes. But right now I want to talk about some formulas you're going to be using. The slope formula: y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So what does all that mean? In other words, the difference in y values, or rise, the difference in x values, or run. And I'm going to introduce a new term for you. It's called point slope formula. It looks like this: y minus y sub 1 equals m parentheses x minus x sub 1. So we'll go over all that in a few minutes. I just want you to kind of hear these words, see these definitions, so you can kind of get a feel for what we're going to be doing. The next definition is going to be a coordinate plane. Coordinate plane. A plane, or a flat surface, formed by the intersection of a horizontal number line, horizontal meaning left, right, called the x-axis, and a vertical number line called the y-axis. Now I want to talk about what an ordered pair is. A pair of numbers that can be used to locate a point on a coordinate plane. Now let me give you an example. We're talking about the math we're covering right now here. But let me give you another example of x and y axis. Latitude and longitude. Latitude is up and down, longitude is left and right. So this would be your y-axis, and this would be your x-axis. And the way that I've always been able to remember that, latitude and longitude, you go around the Earth, it's a lot bigger because it's a kind of an oval shape. So latitude is up and down. Now, I've drawn a coordinate plane here, a y-axis and an x-axis. I also wrote up two ordered pairs: 0 and 4, 3 and 6. So I graphed these as well. 0, so the first point you're given is the x value. 0, and then the second point is the y value. And 4. Since this is a positive 4, I'm going to be counting up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll label that point 0, 4. My next point is negative 3 and 6. So negative 3, when I hear negative, I'm always thinking going to the left. 1, 2, 3. And then 6 is a positive 6, so I'm going to be going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll go ahead and label this point. Negative 3 and 6. So there you have it. These are 2 points of a linear function. Now, back here I showed you the formula to find slope. So we're given these 2 points here. So I want to know what the slope is. So I'm going to call this y sub 2. I'm going to call this y sub 1, which means this has to be x sub 2, and this has to be x sub 1. Okay? So now I'm going to turn this into the math slope. 6 minus 4. 6 minus 4 all over negative 3 minus 0. Okay? So this is going to give me the difference in rise and the difference in run. 6 minus 4 is 2. Negative 3 minus 0 is negative 3. So this slope that I've just found is negative 2 over 3, which means that it's a negative slope. And I showed you last week that a negative slope starts in the upper left-hand corner up here and goes down this way. It's a negative slope. So negative 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So this linear equation is seen graphically by this graph, the slope. So the slope m equals negative 2 over 3. Now remember I told you that what we look for is y equals mx plus b. So m is the slope, so y equals negative 2 over 3. Wow. Negative 2 over 3. X. Well, I don't know what this is yet. This b. But wait. Isn't this where it crosses the y-axis? It is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 4. Now, this equation is y equals negative 2 over 3x plus 4. Now, let's say I didn't see it graphed on this graph. Let's say all that I had were these numbers here. Okay? So I already figured out that the slope is negative 2 over 3. Now, I said that the point slope is y minus y sub 1 equals mx minus x sub 1. So in other words, I'm going to put y minus, and I just need one of these points here. So I'm going to use this point. Y minus 4 equals negative 2 over 3x minus 0. Okay? So here I've got my little point slope formula, so I need to get y all alone. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides. Oh, but first, we have some parentheses here, right? Remember the order of operations? So y minus 4 equals negative 2 over 3x plus 0. Okay, well now I'm still left with this negative 4. So let me get rid of this. Plus 4, plus 4. Y equals negative 2 over 3x plus 4. Well, that's what I said above, right? So I've solved this algebraically and graphically. So in my next video, we'll go through all of the pages that I said we would in the pacing paper. Remember, guys, this is your pacing paper. So what was to have happened on Monday? You would have dropped off last week's assignments and pick up this week's assignments. Tuesday, watch this video and whatever other videos that I present. We're going to do pages 103 to 106 together. Then you're going to solve problems 8 through 13 on pages 107 and 108 in your text. Today's code word, if not me. If not me. I'll see you next video.